Jake Morrison wiped sweat from his forehead as he checked his gear one last time. The Earth Defense Academy's training room buzzed with nervous energy. Today was their final test before graduation. 6 months of hard work had led to this moment. "Hey, Jake, you ready for this?" Amy Rodriguez called out from across the room. She was adjusting her communication headset with steady hands. Amy never looked nervous, but Jake could see the tension in her shoulders. "Born ready," Jake replied with a grin. He looked around at his team. These 5 people had become his closest friends over the past year. Ryan Cooper was hunched over a tablet, probably running last-minute checks on his equipment. Lisa Chung sat in a chair, eyes closed, going through flight patterns in her mind. Matt Johnson cleaned his weapon with the same care he showed everything. Emma Watson organized her medical supplies with quick, efficient movements. Commander Allen walked into the room. His face was more serious than usual. The cadets stood at attention. "At ease," Allen said. "Today's exercise is different from anything you've done before. We've received new simulation software that uses advanced alien intelligence patterns. The computer will think and react like real aliens might." Jake felt his heart beat faster. They had trained against human tactics and basic alien scenarios, but nothing this advanced. "The simulation will feel completely real," Allen continued. "You might see things that surprise you. The AI is designed to be unpredictable. Your job is to work as a team and complete the mission. Are you ready?" "Yes, sir." All 6 cadets shouted together. Allen nodded. "Good luck. Remember everything you've learned." The cadets walked into the simulation chamber. The walls came alive with stars and distant planets. Jake felt the familiar tingle as the holographic environment activated around them. But something felt different this time. The space looked more detailed than usual. "Wow," Ryan whispered. "This new software is amazing. Look at those star patterns." Amy put on her headset and began scanning for signals. "I'm picking up some strange readings. Must be part of the new program." Lisa climbed into her fighter pilot seat. The controls felt different under her hands. More responsive somehow. "These flight systems feel incredible, like I'm really flying." Emma set up her medical station. "Everything looks so real. Even the medical equipment feels authentic." Matt loaded his weapons and checked the targeting. "Systems. These guns have weight to them. Much better than the old simulations." Jake studied the mission briefing that appeared on his screen. "Okay, team, here's what we're dealing with. Unknown alien ships have entered our space. We need to defend the Academy and gather intelligence about their technology." What Jake and his team did not know was that far across the galaxy, the Zeltharian Empire had been watching Earth. They had intercepted human military communications and found what they thought was a training simulation. The aliens believed humans used artificial intelligence to practice combat. Vexstar, the Zeltharian fleet commander, studied the intercepted data. These humans appeared to use advanced computer programs to train their warriors. "We should test our forces against their AI to learn their weaknesses." "But Commander," his aide said, "what if it's not just a simulation?" "Impossible," Vexstar replied. "The energy signatures show it's clearly artificial. Besides, look at the participants. They appear to be younglings, not real warriors. It must be a training program." The Zeltharian ships opened a dimensional gateway that connected directly to the Academy's simulation chamber. They thought they were entering a computer-generated environment. They expected to fight artificial intelligence programs, not real humans. Back in the simulation chamber, Jake saw the first alien ships appear on his scanner. "Contact!" Multiple bogies approaching from Sector 7. Amy's equipment suddenly flooded with signals. "Jake, I'm getting massive communication traffic. These patterns are unlike anything in our databases. Must be the new AI, Lisa said as she powered up her fighter. They really made it realistic. The first Zeltharian scout ship appeared in front of them. It was sleek and silver, with weapons that glowed with purple energy. Jake had never seen anything like it in previous simulations. All units engage. Jake commanded. Lisa's fighter shot forward with incredible speed. She fired at the alien ship, and to her surprise, it exploded in a shower of sparks and debris. These effects are amazing. It felt completely real. More alien ships poured through. The dimensional gateway. The Zeltharian pilots were confused. They expected slow, predictable responses from computer programs. Instead, they faced aggressive, coordinated attacks. Commander Vexstar, a pilot radioed. These AI programs are very advanced. They're using tactics we've never seen. Matt's heavy weapons roared to life. He targeted the larger alien ships and watched them break apart under his fire. This new simulation is tough. These aliens actually fight back smart. Ryan worked frantically at his computer station. Jake, I'm detecting some weird energy patterns. The physics in this simulation are incredibly detailed. Emma treated a simulated injury on her arm where alien fire had grazed her. But the pain felt surprisingly real. Ow! They really improved the feedback systems. Amy intercepted an alien transmission. The language was complex and beautiful, unlike any computer-generated speech she had heard. These alien voices sound so authentic. The programmers did an incredible job. Jake coordinated his team's movements while engaging enemy fighters. The aliens seemed genuinely surprised by human tactics. They moved like they were learning, not following programmed responses. Something's different about this simulation. Jake thought to himself, but he pushed the feeling aside. This was their final test. They had to succeed. The Zeltharian forces found themselves taking heavy losses. Human unpredictability and aggressive tactics were overwhelming their orderly approach to combat. These aren't normal AI programs, Vexstar muttered as he watched. Another of his ships get destroyed by impossible human maneuvers. But they must be. The energy readings confirm it. The battle raged on, neither side realizing the truth. The cadets thought they were fighting the most realistic simulation ever created. The aliens thought they were testing themselves against. Human computer programs. Both sides were about to learn they were very, very wrong. The battle had been going for 20 minutes when Jake noticed something strange. The alien ships weren't fighting like any computer program he had seen before. When Lisa destroyed one of their fighters, the other aliens seemed angry. They changed their attack patterns and came at her harder. Amy, are you seeing this? Jake called through his headset. These aliens are acting emotional. I doesn't get mad. Amy was deep in the alien communication channels. The voices she heard were full of panic and confusion. Jake, listen to this. She played back an alien transmission. A voice was high and stressed. Commander, we've lost 12 ships. These humans fight like demons. That doesn't sound like programming, Ryan said from his station. His screens showed energy readings that made no sense. Jake, the power levels I'm detecting are way beyond what our holographic systems can produce. This equipment is reading real energy signatures. Lisa pulled her fighter into a sharp turn to avoid enemy. Fire. The alien ships moved with her, matching every twist and roll perfectly. Guys, these ships are using real physics. Our simulators can't model flight this accurately. I can feel the G-forces when I turn. Matt fired another blast at an alien cruiser. The explosion sent debris flying in all directions. A piece of twisted metal came spinning toward Ryan's position. Emma saw it coming and tackled Ryan to the ground. They both hit the floor hard. Ow, Ryan groaned. Emma, that really hurt. Emma looked at the cut on Ryan's arm, where the debris had grazed him. Real blood was coming from the wound. "Ryan, you're actually bleeding. This isn't supposed to happen in a simulation." Jake felt a cold feeling in his stomach. He looked around at his team. Everyone was starting to realize the same thing. But that was impossible. This had to be part of the test. On the other side of the dimensional gateway, Commander Vextar was having his own problems. He studied the battle reports with growing confusion. "Sir," his communications officer said, "the humans are not fighting. Like artificial intelligence. They're using creative tactics and showing emotional responses to casualties." "Nonsense," Vextar replied. "The energy readings clearly show this is a simulation environment." But as he watched the battle unfold, doubts crept into his mind. The human fighters moved with unpredictable grace. They adapted to alien tactics within minutes. Most disturbing of all, they seemed to learn from each engagement. "Send in wave." 2, Vextar ordered. "Double the force." If these are truly AI programs, overwhelming numbers should defeat them. 20 more Zeltharian ships poured through the gateway. Jake's team saw them coming on their scanners. "Holy cow," Matt whispered. "This simulation just got a lot harder." "Team, adapt and overcome," Jake commanded. "Whatever this is, we can handle it." But Jake was starting to have serious doubts. Everything about this fight felt too real. The aliens showed fear when humans pressed attacks. They celebrated when they scored hits. They mourned fallen comrades. No computer program acted this way. Amy intercepted more alien communications. "Jake, listen to this one." An alien voice was shouting orders with obvious stress. "All units. These humans are more dangerous than expected. They've destroyed a third of our scout force." "AI doesn't stress out like that," Amy said quietly. Ryan pulled up more energy readings. "Jake, I'm detecting quantum signatures that shouldn't exist in any holographic environment. The aliens are using real matter transportation technology." Lisa engaged 3 alien fighters at once. She noticed they were learning from her moves, but not in a programmed way. They were actually scared of her aggressive flying style. "These pilots are reacting to me personally. They remember my previous attacks and try to avoid them." Emma finished bandaging Ryan's real wound with real medical supplies. The more she thought about it, the more worried she became. "Guys, what if this isn't a simulation?" The team fell silent for a moment. The idea was terrifying, but all the evidence pointed to the same conclusion. "Even if it's real," Jake said, "finally, we have a job to do. Earth Defense Academy trained us to protect our planet. If these aliens are really here, then we stop them." Matt grinned and reloaded his weapons. "Real aliens means real targets. I can work with that." Lisa's fighter danced between enemy ships. "Real or not, they still can't fly like humans can." Amy continued monitoring alien communications. She was learning their language patterns quickly. If these are real aliens, then we're making history right now. Ryan worked to understand alien technology while dodging enemy fire. Real alien tech means real opportunities to learn. Emma checked everyone's medical status. Real aliens means real danger, but also real adventure. Commander Vextar received another casualty report. 30% of his force was already destroyed or disabled. These couldn't be mere AI programs. But if they were real humans, where were Earth's main defenses? Why were only 6 fighters engaging his entire fleet? "Sir," his aide said nervously, "what if these humans are their elite forces? What if this is their standard military response?" Vextar felt fear creep into his thoughts. If 6 human fighters could destroy 30% of his fleet, what could Earth's full military do? "Send word to the Empire," he ordered. "We may have underestimated human capabilities." The battle continued to rage. Both sides were beginning To understand, they faced something far more serious than they had expected. The cadets realized they might be fighting for Earth's survival. The aliens realized they might have attacked the wrong species, but neither side was ready to back down. The real test was just beginning. Commander Allen stared at his computer screen in horror. The Academy security system was flashing red warnings all over his monitor. Someone had broken into their training network. But this wasn't a normal hack. The energy readings showed something. Impossible. Get me Tech Sergeant Williams immediately. Allen barked at his aide. Williams rushed into the command center 2 minutes later. Sir, what's the emergency? Tell me what you see here. Allen pointed at the screen full of warning signals. Williams studied the data for 30 seconds. His face went pale. Sir, this shows a dimensional gateway opening directly into our simulation. Chamber, someone is using real matter transportation technology to access our training facility. That's impossible. Our simulation chamber is just holographic projectors. Not anymore, sir. Look at these quantum signatures. Real alien ships are fighting our cadets right now. Allen felt his blood turn cold. 6 students were facing an actual alien invasion, and they didn't even know it. Can we extract them? No, sir. If we shut down the chamber now, the dimensional gateway might collapse and strand them in alien space. Or worse, it might let the aliens through into our reality. Allen watched the battle display. Jake's team was holding their own, but they were facing impossible odds. Open a communication channel to the cadets. In the simulation chamber, Jake heard a crackle in his headset. Jake, this is Commander Allen. Can you hear me? Yes, sir. This simulation is incredibly realistic. The AI is fighting smarter than we. Expected. Jake, listen carefully. You're not fighting AI. Those are real alien ships. Somehow they've opened a gateway into your training chamber. You and your team are Earth's first line of defense right now. Jake felt the world spin around. Him. Sir, are you saying we're actually fighting aliens? Yes. Real aliens with real weapons. The cuts and injuries your team has taken are real, but you can't retreat. If they get through that gateway, they could invade Earth. Jake looked at his team. Amy had gone completely quiet, listening to everything. Through her headset, Ryan was staring at his energy readings with new understanding. Lisa was gripping her flight controls tighter. Matt had stopped moving entirely. Emma was checking her medical supplies with shaking hands. Sir, Jake said slowly, we're just cadets. We haven't graduated yet. Son, you're Earth's military now. Can you do this? Jake looked at his friends. These 5 people had been through everything with him. They had trained together, failed together, and succeeded together. Now Earth needed them. Yes, sir, we can do this. Amy suddenly came alive on the communication channels. She had been listening to alien chatter and learning their language patterns. Now she opened a direct channel to the alien fleet. Attention, alien ships. This is Cadet Amy Rodriguez of Earth Defense Academy. You have invaded our space and attacked our people. Surrender now or face destruction. The alien communications exploded with shocked voices. Amy had spoken to them in perfect Zeltharian language. Commander Vextar nearly fell from his command chair. Impossible. How do they know our language? Sir, his communications officer said, the human female learned our speech patterns by listening to our transmissions. She decoded our language in less than an hour. What kind of species can learn languages that quickly? Amy continued her broadcast. We know you think we're AI programs. Surprise, we're real humans, and we're just students. You're getting beaten by children. The effect on the alien fleet was immediate. Panic spread through their communications. If human students could fight this well, what could their adult warriors do? Ryan had been studying captured alien technology from destroyed ships. "Jake, I'm starting to understand their systems. Their weapons use quantum energy that I can redirect back at them." "Do it," Jake ordered. Ryan's fingers flew over his controls. He had always been good with technology, but this was beyond anything he had ever attempted. He sent a virus through the alien weapon systems that turned their own guns against them. 3 alien ships suddenly began firing on their own fleet. The aliens struggled to regain control of their weapons. Lisa saw her opportunity. She flew her fighter straight into the middle of the confused alien formation. "If you can't tell which ships are friendly, then none of them are safe." She began attacking everything that moved. The aliens couldn't return fire without hitting their own ships. Lisa destroyed 4 more alien fighters before they figured out how to counter her tactics. Matt found that alien weapons could be captured and used by humans. He grabbed an alien rifle from a destroyed ship and began firing it at other aliens. Their own guns worked even better than ours. Emma realized that alien technology could be adapted for human medical use. She started treating injuries with alien medical equipment that worked faster than anything. Earth had. Commander Vexstar watched his fleet falling apart. Half his ships were destroyed or disabled. The humans were using his own technology against him, and these were just students. "All ships retreat to defensive positions," he ordered. "Send an emergency message to the Empire. We found a species that might be more dangerous than we thought." But it was too late to retreat easily. Jake's team had learned how alien technology worked. They began capturing ships instead of just destroying them. "Amy, tell them we want to talk," Jake said, "but make it clear we're in charge now." Amy opened channels to the alien fleet. "Commander Vexstar, your fleet is beaten. Half your ships are gone. We have your technology. We know your language. You will answer our questions, or we will destroy the rest of your fleet." Vexstar realized he had made a terrible mistake. These humans weren't primitive. They were something much more frightening. They were fast learners who could adapt to anything. "Human students," he replied carefully. "Perhaps we can discuss terms." Jake smiled grimly. Earth's first contact with aliens was going exactly as he had hoped. Jake looked at his team with new determination. Now that they knew the truth, everything had changed. They weren't just fighting for a grade anymore. They were fighting for Earth's survival. "Listen up, everyone," Jake said through his headset. "We're going to split up and use our specialties. Amy, I need you to take control of their communications. Ryan, hack everything you can. Lisa, capture one of their ships and learn to fly it. Matt, make some noise with their own weapons. Emma, keep us all alive. What about you?" Amy asked. "I'm going to coordinate our attacks and make sure we hit them where it hurts most." The team spread out across the battlefield. Each cadet moved to their strongest position. Amy dove deep into the alien communication systems. She had always been good with languages, but the alien technology was like nothing she had ever seen. Still, patterns were patterns. Within minutes, she was sending false orders through the alien fleet. "All ships in Sector 5, retreat immediately," she broadcast in perfect Zeltharian. "Human reinforcements approaching from behind." Half the alien fleet turned around and fled from enemies that didn't exist. The real alien commanders tried to countermand the orders, but Amy had already changed their communication codes. "How is she doing this?" Vexstar demanded. "Our encryption should be impossible for humans to break." "Sir, she's not breaking our codes. She's changing them. Somehow she's rewriting our communication protocols faster than we can restore them." Ryan found himself inside the alien computer networks. Their technology was advanced, but it was also rigid. The aliens had built their systems to be perfect and unchangeable. They never expected someone to attack them with chaos. "Jake, I'm in their main computers, Ryan reported. Their systems are designed to prevent errors, not creative attacks. Watch this. Ryan sent random commands through the alien fleet. Navigation systems began showing false coordinates. Weapons targeted empty space. Life support systems played music instead of monitoring air quality. Their computers are too organized, Ryan laughed. They can't handle illogical input. 3. Alien ships collided with each other when their navigation systems told them to fly in the same direction at the same time. 2 more ships opened fire on asteroids that their sensors reported as enemy fighters. Lisa had always dreamed of flying alien spacecraft. Now she had her chance. She attached her fighter to a disabled alien ship and forced her way inside. The alien controls were completely different from human systems, but Lisa had always been able to feel her way through any flying machine. "This is amazing," she said, as the alien ship responded to her touch. Their ships can do things human fighters can't even imagine. She pushed the alien ship into a spinning dive that should have torn it apart. Instead, the ship's gravity systems compensated perfectly. Lisa found herself flying in 3 dimensions at once, moving up, down, and sideways simultaneously. Jake, these ships can break physics. I'm going to show them what human creativity can do with their own technology. Lisa flew the stolen alien ship directly into the middle of their formation. The aliens couldn't shoot at her without hitting their own vessel. She used their confusion to destroy 2 more ships before they realized what was happening. .NET had found something even better than alien weapons. He discovered that alien power cores could be overloaded in very interesting ways. With his knowledge of human explosives and alien energy systems, he began creating bombs that the aliens had never imagined. "Emma, I need 5 minutes to rig this alien power core," Matt called out. "You've got it," Emma replied. She had learned to use alien medical technology to enhance her own abilities. Human medicine focused on healing. Alien medicine could also enhance performance. She injected herself with alien stimulants that made her faster and stronger. Emma moved like lightning across the battlefield, treating wounds with alien medical tools that worked instantly. She saved Ryan from a crashing alien ship, pulled Amy away from an explosion, and kept everyone fighting at peak performance. Matt finished his improvised bomb and launched it at the largest alien ship. The explosion was beautiful and terrible. The alien power core created a chain reaction that disabled 5 ships at once. "How are they doing this?" An alien pilot screamed over the communication channels. "They're using our own technology better than we can." Commander Vextar realized his fleet was falling apart. The humans were doing impossible things with alien equipment. They turned weapons into tools, computers into toys, and ships into weapons of creativity. "Send an emergency signal to the Empire," he ordered. "Request immediate reinforcements. All available ships." "Sir, should we tell them we're fighting human children?" "Tell them we're fighting demons. Tell them we need every ship the Empire has." Jake coordinated his team's attacks while monitoring the alien communications. He heard Vextar's call for help and realized the situation was about to get much worse. "Team, they're calling for backup. We need to end this before more aliens arrive." "Jake," Amy said urgently, "I'm intercepting messages to something called the Zeltharian Empire. They're telling other aliens about Earth's location." Jake felt a chill run down his spine. They weren't just fighting for their own survival anymore. They were fighting to keep Earth secret from an entire alien empire. "New mission," Jake announced. "We stop every alien ship. None of them can be allowed to return home with information about Earth." The battle became more desperate. The cadets pushed their captured alien technology to its limits. They fought with human creativity and alien tools, creating combinations that neither species had ever imagined. Lisa flew impossible patterns in her stolen ship. Ryan turned the alien fleet's own computers against them. Amy controlled their communications. Like a puppet master, Matt created explosions that defied alien understanding of physics. Emma kept everyone alive with medicine that shouldn't work on human biology. And Jake coordinated it all, turning 6 human students into Earth's most dangerous defenders. The aliens began to retreat, but Jake's team was ready for that too. The space around the academy suddenly filled with new alien ships. These weren't the scout vessels Jake's team had been fighting. These were massive warships with weapons that glowed like small suns. Commander Vexstar-S reinforcements had arrived. "Jake, we've got big problems," Amy said, her voice tight with worry. "I'm counting 30 new ships, and they're all bigger than anything we've seen." Jake watched the alien fleet form up for what looked like a final attack. At the center was a ship 3 times larger than the others. Its hull was black and covered with weapon ports. "That's their flagship," Jake said. "If we can take it down, the rest might surrender." Ryan's equipment was picking up new energy signatures. "Jake, these ships are using different technology. They've got cybernetic warriors aboard, part machine, part alien." Lisa looked at her stolen alien fighter. It was damaged from the previous battles, but still flyable. "Jake, I can get close to their flagship. Their own ship won't trigger their defenses." "Too dangerous," Jake replied. "We need another way." Matt had been studying the alien power cores from destroyed ships. "I've got an idea. If I can get aboard their flagship, I can overload their main reactor. But someone needs to get me there." "I'll do it," Lisa said immediately. "I can fly us right into their landing bay." Emma checked her medical supplies. She had alien and human medicine mixed together in ways that should have been impossible. "If you're going in there, you'll need enhancement drugs. I can boost your speed and strength, but it won't last long." Jake made his decision. "Amy, can you take control of their communication systems again?" "Already working on it," Amy replied. "But their new ships have better security. I'll need more time. Ryan, I need you to find a way to shut down their dimensional gateway. We can't let any of them escape back to their empire." "On it, Ryan?" Sighed, his fingers flying over his controls. "I think I can cause a cascade failure, but it might trap us too." The alien fleet began its final attack. Energy beams that could melt mountains fired toward the academy. The cadets scattered to avoid the devastating weapons. Emma injected Jake, Lisa, and Matt with alien enhancement drugs. "You've got maybe 20 minutes before these wear off. Then you'll crash hard." Jake felt strength flow through his body. His mind became sharper and his reflexes faster. "Let's go end this." Lisa's stolen fighter shot toward the alien flagship. The other alien ships held their fire, confused by seeing one of their own vessels approaching. Lisa flew directly into the flagship's landing bay before they realized what was happening. Jake and Matt jumped out of the fighter as soon as it landed. The alien ship's corridors were filled with cybernetic warriors. Half machine and half alien, they moved with deadly precision. "This way to the reactor," Matt said, following energy readings on his scanner. They fought their way through the ship's defenses. The aliens were strong and fast, but the enhancement drugs made the humans faster. Jake moved like lightning, taking down cybernetic warriors with captured alien weapons. Meanwhile, Amy had broken into the flagship's communication systems. She sent a message to every alien ship in the fleet. "Attention, Zeltharian Empire. This is Earth Defense Academy. Your scout. Fleet has been defeated by 6 human students. Your flagship is under attack. Your dimensional gateway is about to be destroyed. You have one chance to surrender." The effect was immediate. Panic spread through the alien fleet. They had come expecting to fight Earth's military forces. Instead, they were losing to children. Ryan found the Dimensional Gateway's control system. "Jake, I'm starting the cascade failure now. You have 10 minutes to get off that ship." Lisa prepared her fighter for one final attack. The alien flagship's weapons were charging to fire at the Academy. She couldn't let that happen. "Jake, get out of there. I'm going to ram their main gun." "Lisa, no," Jake shouted. "Find another way." "There is no other way. Tell everyone I said goodbye." Lisa pushed her fighter to maximum speed and flew directly at the flagship's largest weapon. At the last second, she ejected from her fighter and watched it crash into the alien gun. The explosion disabled the ship's main weapons. Matt reached the reactor room. The alien power core was bigger than anything he had ever seen. "Jake, I can overload this thing, but we need to get everyone off this ship right now." Jake activated his communicator. "Amy, Emma, Ryan, get ready for emergency evacuation. Matt's about to blow this ship." Amy sent one final message to the alien fleet. "Commander Vexstar, your flagship is about to explode. Your gateway is collapsing. Your fleet is defeated. Surrender now or watch your empire learn that humans are not to be underestimated." Matt set the overload sequence and ran for the landing bay. Jake helped Lisa get back to their escape ship. Emma coordinated their evacuation, while Ryan triggered the gateway collapse. The flagship exploded in a ball of fire that lit up the entire battlefield. The dimensional gateway flickered and collapsed, trapping the remaining alien ships and human space. Commander Vexstar realized his situation was hopeless. His fleet was broken, his flagship destroyed, and his escape route gone. Worst of all, he had been defeated by human children. "I surrender," he broadcast to the Academy. "We yield to the students of Earth." Jake's team regrouped in the Academy's simulation chamber. They were exhausted, injured, and running on alien drugs, but they had won. "Why did you attack us?" Jake asked Vexstar over the communication channel. "We thought you were primitive," Vexstar replied sadly. "We believed humans were weak and easy to conquer. We were wrong, very wrong." Commander Allen's voice came through their headsets. "Cadets, you've just won humanity's first interstellar war. The government is very interested in meeting you." Emma looked around at her friends. "So much for graduation. I think we just got promoted." Ryan grinned despite his exhaustion. From cadets to Earth's first space defense force in one day. Not bad. Amy was already learning more alien languages from the captured ships. "We're going to need to learn about this empire they keep talking about." Matt examined the alien technology they had captured. "We've got enough advanced equipment to revolutionize human science." Lisa looked at the stars visible through the chamber's windows. "And we've got a whole galaxy to explore." Jake smiled at his team. 6 months ago, they had been ordinary students. Now they were Earth's introduction to the galaxy. The universe was about to learn that humanity was not to be underestimated.